Atma Namaste, welcome to Soham Healer's World. First of all, a very happy Diwali to everybody. So, before I begin, I would like to ask you people one question that has this ever happened with you that it is your birthday and you really wanted your special person to wish you and that person did not wish you, they did not call, or maybe they even sent a random text but it was not about your birthday and you waited for the whole day and you felt really disappointed? Maybe sometimes you're just driving your car, going at your own speed, and people are honking behind, and you really cannot do anything about it. But does that affect you? Sometimes maybe you are very excited, you made a cake for the first time for your husband because he likes cake, and when you actually served it to him, he maybe just compared it to some other cake made by someone else, maybe his mother or sister or somebody, and did not actually appreciate the cake which you made. So, does that affect you? Well, I think these are very small little things which other people do, and it does affect us. Most of the times, we do get affected by what other people do or other people say to us. Be it your personal life or your professional life, there are very small little things which other people do or say to us, and we really feel bad. We keep on thinking about those stuff for days, sometimes for hours, sometimes even for months, and it becomes very difficult for us to forget about such things. Sometimes it can even create misunderstandings. So, if these kind of things really affect you, I would like to share a few strategies with you which can really help you and me both, each one of us, to actually avoid getting hurt by what other people say. It is not necessary that each and every strategy is going to work with you. So, whichever suits you the most, you can just try using that strategy. So, the first strategy is being empathetic, looking from the other person's perspective. For example, maybe you are working for a company and you presented a very interesting idea to your boss, but your boss just told you that it is a ridiculous idea and I don't like this idea. And next time you're sitting in a meeting with the higher authorities and your boss presents the same idea and he gets appreciated by that and he takes all the credit for that idea. Do you feel bad? I think it is going to affect all of us. So, how can we do something or be a little empathetic in such a way that it doesn't affect us? For example, in this particular case, you may just think that maybe the boss needed that opportunity. Maybe he was not having good relationship with the higher authorities and he wanted to build up better relation for his own good. And if he's going to get benefited by that, definitely the whole department is going to get benefited by that. And you are a part of that department. So ultimately, it is your win as well. Similarly, in the case of honking, if you are going somewhere, you're driving a car and a person behind you is constantly honking, you may just think that maybe that person is really in a hurry. Maybe he needs to go somewhere urgently and he is required that it is very important for him to go. So you give him a side, you don't mind that thing at all. So this is how you can be empathetic and the other person's words and deeds will stop affecting you. But sometimes it doesn't work. Sometimes maybe the other people they have a habit of constantly doing this. For example, if your boss does this for once, that is okay. But if he is habitual of doing it, if he always takes your idea and present it to other people and takes the credit of your hard work, then definitely you need to take the other strategy. Another strategy is being open about your own feelings. So, if you'll be open about how you feel, it is going to create less misunderstanding between you and the other person, and you're going to have a fruitful and a healthy relationship. For example, maybe you wanted to talk to a friend at night and you just message that friend saying that I want to talk to you, and the other person might just say that I'm sleeping, I'm going to sleep right now, I'll call you tomorrow. And maybe you find that person online for maybe next 1 hour or so I think that is going to affect you. Maybe you might think that I needed my friend and that person lied to me. That person just told me that I am going to sleep. Maybe what does he or she wants? Maybe they want to avoid me. They don't want to talk to me anymore. A lot of thoughts might come to your mind, and maybe few of them are actually not true. Maybe you're just overthinking. So in that case, what you can do is You don't have to be rude, but you have to be clear about your feelings in a more assertive manner so that they also don't feel bad and you can also clear what is there in your mind. For example, you might just ask them that, I wanted to talk to you that day, but you said you are going to sleep, but I saw you online for around 1 or 2 hours. So, why did you do so? Like, is it something that you want to talk to me about, or why were you not interested in talking to me that time? So in that case, you're just giving an easy questions to the other person in a very soft manner, and let them decide what they want to say. In this particular way, you are not going to damage any chords between you and the other person. The relationship is going to be harmonious, and you will also take that burden out from your heart. You will not overthink about something which is not even true. Well, I don't say that this strategy is always going to work. Sometimes, what if the other person is doing it intentionally? They actually want to hurt you, or they actually want you to feel bad about something, or maybe you are not that important part of their life. So, what you are going to do, and you have to be in contact with that person. For example, you cannot leave your job, you cannot leave an important person, you cannot leave your parents, your family members, or your husband, anybody. So in that case, what will you do? For that particular thing, you have to be aware about your strengths and weaknesses, that is being self aware. So, you need to know what you are good at. So, if next time any person, if anybody is saying anything to you, you deep down know that no, I am not that kind of a person. I am a pretty confident person and I know I am good at this particular task. For example, sometimes people compare and criticize you. Sometimes, maybe unintentionally, parents might compare a child to some other child that that person scored so well in their exams. You did not score at all. Why that so? And that person always scores good in mathematics. You don't. Why is that? Or maybe you are planning to go for arranged marriage, and the guy you meet, that person might just say that, oh, I'm the girl I met before you was really beautiful, she was a doctor, she was this, she was that. Or sometimes if someone is sitting with you in your car for the first time and you're about to drive, they might just offer to drive, saying that, oh, shall I drive? You're a girl, do you know how to drive? So these kind of things usually does affect each one of us. So in that particular case, this kind of activity, like being self-aware, knowing about your strengths and weaknesses, is really going to be helpful. You need to know, you have to be 100% sure that you are good at driving. You know that you are a beautiful person. You know whatever your skills are, you are pretty good at it. You know that if you're not good at mathematics, you are pretty good at social science. So every individual is different, and you should be the one who respects your own individuality. One more important thing that you can do, usually I think you should even practice it on the regular basis, is positive affirmations or positive self talk. Sometimes people might just be harsh to you, they will be rude to you. Maybe you're a part of a local band, that is what you enjoy, but people might just say that, oh, this is what you do for your earning. How much do you earn? Is this even a real job? Are you not going to get married? Even if you do, how are you going to feed your family? So in this case, I know people are going to crumble you, they're going to be rude to you, they're going to say something very harsh to you. But in this case, if you know your self-worth and you keep having this positive self-talk, talking to yourself, telling yourself, I'm awesome, I'm very good at my work, and whatever I do is something that interests me, I'm pretty good at it, and ultimately I feel content and I feel happy about whatever I'm doing. So definitely this is going to make you more confident, and it is not going to make you affected by what other people say. This is also very important. But trust me, sometimes things not work even though you try a lot. If constantly one particular person is criticizing you or telling you something bad, or not appreciating you for anything you do, things might become little bad. You were the one who's going to recognize it. So the moment you recognize that something wrong is happening within you, you're not feeling happy, even though people are happy around you, you have a good job, still something is there which is lacking. You are feeling, even in the presence of others, you're feeling a little lonely, alone. Then you have to decide what is more important: other people affecting you for their deeds and words, or you being more happy. So you need to decide between your happiness or people who actually affect you. So that is about it. I think we all are going to use one or the other strategy for making our relationships better, feeling more confident and positive. And still, if you people have any kind of problem, any doubt, or anywhere I can help you, you can contact me. My Instagram ID, my Facebook ID, my email address is given in the description box below. You can call me for any kind of counseling, psychological sessions, or tarot card reading, or pranic healing. That's about it. So, all the best, everybody. Bye bye. Take care. Atma Namaste.